Hi guys, welcome back to Manifest with Armine. This is Armine and I'm a law of attraction consultant. This video is to answer a question from one of our subscribers, and you know who you are. I don't usually mention names for people who've given questions, so I'm just gonna go ahead and read the question. It says, so if a relationship isn't desired in the other, then that means it won't work? So two parts I want to address in this question. And of course, this is for a specific person question. It's basically if you want a relationship with a specific person, if they don't desire the relationship, then will it not work? The process of attracting them. First thing that stood out to me as I was reading this question is it won't work. So many things I'd like to kind of reveal about what this says, just whether it's your choice of wording or it could be just the place you were at when you wrote that question. It doesn't mean that you necessarily are still in that same perspective. It doesn't really matter. But from the perspective of the question itself, it says it won't work. So when you say it won't work, it makes me feel like it's coming from a place of just applying a tool outside of yourself, and it either works or doesn't work to get you what you want. And that's the approach that a lot of us have with the law of attraction. And we see it as, okay, I'm just gonna this is great, this is powerful, and this makes our experiences be either what we want or what we don't want. So I'm gonna apply this, and it's either gonna work or it's not gonna work. But that's kind of going around it the wrong way, because it's not a tool that's going to actually determine whether or not, it's not an exercise that's going to determine whether or not something works or not. The law is always working, and it's working right now. So if you're not in the, whether it's a relationship or I think maybe you already manifest the relationship, I'm not sure. So if you're looking to use the exercise as a tool, and that's it, then it just seems like it's a little bit like a quick fix situation that you're looking for. Like, this is really important to me, I just want to use this and apply it here. But the general understanding, because you can't apply it as a tool, you can't feel it real and then go back to feeling bad about it or feeling like you miss it. You have to actually become it. You become it, and then there's no such thing as not working, because the law is always working. It's just constant, and it's giving you experiences. You are attracting your experiences based on whether you're vibrating with the having of what you would prefer or the lack of what you prefer. And even wondering if it won't work in the first place is leaving room for the option of it not working, because there is no option for it to not work. If you align with that which you would like, then you will experience that which you would like. And it's kind of, even with years of research and experimentation with this, it can be hard to wrap your mind around that, because logic so often points us to other things that make us not believe and make us doubt. But it's really not about will the feeling get real, or will any law of attraction related process work to manifest what we want. It always works. Just match the feeling and never turn back. And that's it. Just match the feeling of what you want to experience and do not turn back. Do not walk away and entertain other feelings, old feelings. No, you are the new man. There's the old man, the new man, right? You shed your old clothes. You shed that whole old state of being, that old perspective, and you now become the person who is in the feeling place of the new man. Man, woman, whatever, man as in mankind, human. So it always works. Now, of course, the other part of the question was, if the relationship isn't desired in the other, then does that mean it can work? So, okay, you're opening, first of all, you're entertaining the option, even by asking that question. That's a reflection that you are actually feeling that it's possible that this other person doesn't desire the relationship. Now, most likely, you are entertaining that option because you are doubting that it will happen. You're doubting the relationship. You're doubting that the person desires it in the first place. I don't think it's because the person has never wanted this and you're just wanting the relationship out of nowhere. I think you know this person wants a relationship with you, and there has been some words spoken or written to each other that make you doubt it, because in our moments of, maybe you could say, weakness, in our moments of doubt, then we attract hearing things from the other person that says, I don't want this. And so I think maybe that's where you're coming from, and that's where I think a lot of you watching this video might be coming from, where that's really what we're addressing here. We're not really addressing if this person doesn't desire it. I think most of these questions come from, deep inside the person desires a relationship with you, and there's been arguments or something dramatic or a lot of emotions going up and down, and the other person has said, you know what, I don't want this, or anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The question is it really about if this person desires you or not? Because let's be real here. If you actually believed, if you actually knew deep down inside this person does not desire you, do you really want a relationship with this person? Do you want to spend your life with somebody who does not desire you? Like, are you doing something? Do you really lose something if you don't attract a relationship with someone who just does not desire you? Because there is someone who desires you and who's exactly what you prefer. And if it is this person, then your doubt and you're seeing it as him not desiring you because of an argument or because of just words said to each other in a moment of anger or frustration. Just be mindful about what's triggering you to feel a certain way. Is it fear? Is it doubt? Or is it love? Because if you approach it with love, then you can never not get what you desire. If you approach it with love and you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, then you will never not get the end result of what you are looking for. And you won't have to manipulate anyone, because from what I understand, from what we've briefly, with certain comments, we've communicated with each other. From what I understand, this person does desire you, and you just caught up in a phase of mixed up communication between both of you because of pride or fear or just logic that so many of us have been taught to practice in relationships that really isn't very helpful, because it creates more of a rift than healthy self-image and approach the relationship. Okay, so that hopefully answers your question. It wasn't a direct answer, but I will always answer a question by pointing out the words that you use to ask the question. So does that mean it won't work? The law is always working. The process always works. And then if they don't desire it, will it work? Well, why are you questioning if they desire it? Because if you actually thought they don't desire the relationship, then I don't think you'd be going through all these lengths to manifest or attract back the relationship. It must be because you know that they want it, and you're afraid that when they say the words that they don't want it, that they actually mean it, because you're moved by it. But the more you're moved by something that you don't, something is a representation of what you don't want. When you hear something or see something that represents what you don't want, and when you're moved by it, that means that you're still the old man. You're not the new man. You haven't shed the state of being of the person who doesn't have him, who isn't loving him right now. If you want to be the person who is loving him right now, then you need to already feel loved, and you need to already know that this is done already. And of course it works, because it did work, and it feels amazing. Okay, thank you guys. If you like this video, please click like. If you'd like to subscribe, please do. If you didn't like this video, then you can dislike. That's okay too. And I will talk to you guys. I'll see you guys next time.